Hey, welcome back to another episode on my Minecraft survival. This was the beginning of an exciting journey for me. I went and got some mending books to put mending on all the rest of my tools, and then headed over to that village shack that I made in the last episode that just looks like a pink log on the floor, and at least put a birch roof on it. I'm sure I want to make this look better in the future, but for now it's just this is what it looks like. And I started adding the villagers from next door into their booths and putting down lecterns in front of the librarian villagers and then compost bins in front of the farmers. This one had mending. I grabbed a bunch of carrots here to breed with the villagers and also trade to the farmer villagers. And this is an update on the progress of me putting the farmers and librarians in their pens. This one had looting 2, so I could get 2 of those to combine for looting 3. This one had power 5, which I took advantage of, and I just kept trading with the farmers, leveling those up too. Here was prop 4 too that I could put on my armor, and I made 4 brewing stands to put underneath my staircase to, of course, brew some potions. I made an infinite water pool here next to the staircase just so I could always fill up my bottles. I didn't have that many ingredients right now, so I just made nether wart with a mixture of either magma cream or blaze powder to make strength potions and fire resistance potions. And I even hung up some lanterns just to make it look a little bit spooky. Back at the fields, this field I planted was really paying off, and I should even extend it in the future. Here I was at the end portal, and I was just looking for some more loot that I missed last time, and this time I got a few enchanted books and also collected a bunch of regular books before I headed into the end for the dragon fight. This was actually going to be pretty easy now that I put power 5 on my bow, and I was really just kind of enjoying this fight. I wasn't worried at all for my life, and I even brought some golden apples just in case things went sideways. I collected some dragon's breath and also got the ender dragon down. Here we go. GG. This XP afterwards was super nice too. I made sure to repair all of my tools and armor, and then also caught up to level 63 before I hopped in the portal. When I was back at my place, I made sure to collect quite a bit of tools from the toolsmith so I could level those up. And I even traded iron with the toolsmith just so that I could level them up, but then I also enchanted a bunch of tools with the XP that I had been getting. Here this iron was coming in handy leveling up my toolsmith and my weaponsmith, and I was able to get diamond picks, diamond swords, shovels, axes, you name it. I was enchanting swords, and then if I didn't like the enchant, like the knockback, I enchanted it again, and this is kind of the OP sword I built out of it. Back in the end, I grabbed some ender pearls and headed to a remote gateway to start looking for end cities. This was going to be pretty tough to find, so I had to cut the footage here, and after a while of searching I finally found one, but it didn't have the boat attached, which means I couldn't get an elytra, so I had to keep looking after I looted this original one. I made sure to use my new looting sword on all of the shulker boxes, and I ended up getting quite a few shulker shells by the time this was done. After looting number 1 here, I called it quits and went off in search of a second one, and not too long after I found a second one that had an end ship. Same thing, killing lots of shulker boxes, getting tons of shulker shells, and then once I made it to the top, collected the loot. With all that loot, I made it onto the end ship where I took on a few more shulker boxes, collected this brewing stand, and then got to the real loot, which was 2 chests full of diamonds and gold, and then an elytra. And look at that thing, it is beautiful. Then I collected the dragon head and tested out my new elytra wings in the only way I knew how, which was to jump off of the boat and head looking for a remote gateway to get home. that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.